Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. That's me, Khushi, and today we're going to continue the JavaScript tutorial. Here we are with the document object model of a page. So yeah, let's see how it is. Now, when we open any web page, there is the HTML of the page, which is just downloaded and rendered visually on the screen. This is all related to how the screen looks. Now, for example, we have opened so down over here, we have a particular appearance of the screen and the particular way the screen is going to look like. That is the same way that DOM is for every web page or every app. Now, to accomplish that, the browser builds the document object model of that page, which is an object oriented model of the logical structure of it. So, it can be represented as document HTML head body title. So, we have this thing in the HTML course. HTML is divided into two parts, head and body, actually, three parts, which are title, head, and body. Under head, we have title, and then for the body, we have H1, which is a text document, and A. Now, JavaScript can be used to manipulate the DOM of a page and dynamically to add, delete, and modify elements. As we know, JavaScript and HTML work together. We can use CSS, JavaScript, and HTML together for better animations and better functioning. Now, DOM represents a document as a tree structure. The HTML document becomes interrelated nodes of the tree, and all those nodes in the tree have some kind of relationship among each other. Now, nodes can have subnodes, and on the same tree level, they are called as siblings. For example, we have this document, we have HTML, head, title, body, H1, and A. Now, HTML has two sub objects, which are head and body. Then, head has one sub object, that is title. Sorry, then title has a parent, that is head. Then body has two subtopics, that are H1 and A. It is important to understand the relationships between elements in HTML document in order to be able to manipulate them with JavaScript. So these relationships are actually important because we are going to use them when we want to modify them. There is a predefined document object in JavaScript which can be used to access any of the objects from the DOM. Now, in other words, document objects is the owner or the root. So if you want to access the objects of the HTML page, you can just start with the document.body.innerHTML. Inner HTML refers to all the HTML text which is looking for the DOM. And then we have the text. A body is an element of the DOM. We can access it using the document object and change the content of the inner HTML. The inner HTML property can be used in almost all of the HTML elements to change its content. Now we're going to look at how to select some of those elements. So let's see. Now for selecting elements, HTML elements are objects, and as we know, objects have properties and methods. The document object has methods that allow you to select the desired HTML element. Since we know that if you want to change something for particularly something, like if there are three properties x, y, and z, I want to change something for x, that doesn't mean that y and z should be changed. Then I have to particularly specify the person who I'm assigning the work to just change x. So that's how that thing works in the real life. But when we come to this thing, the document objects and properties and methods should be properly defined. Now we have three methods to do that. We can get the element by the ID, by the class name, or by the tag name. Now get the element by ID. The method is used to select the element with the ID here. So here we have the ID demo and change its element to hello.world. Now, to get elements by their class name, they return a collection of all the elements in a document with a specified class. Now, for example, we have a class X with three sub things which are going on in that, or we can say sub arrays or sub methods and sub objects. Now, here, if I want to change something for the whole class, I can just get the elements by their class name and change it on. So here the class name is demo and accessing the second element of that. So we have indexed it as 1. So we can actually also do this. If I want to change all of them, I would not add the square bracket and the 1. I would just leave that as arr dot inner html. But if I want to change only the second object, I have added the square bracket and 1. Why is it 1 except for 2? Like I could have written arr square bracket 2. Why is it arr square bracket 1? There's a reason behind it, and I just want you guys to comment that down below in the comment section. Now, to get elements by their tag name, returns all of the elements with a specified tag name. Now, as we know that HTML works based on tags, so we have some of the tags I'm going to tell you. So first of all, we have H1. This is for bolder and bigger text. And in the same way, we have H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Then we have title. So here we have title, and another one over here is paragraph. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to add the slash. So this is the opening tag for each of them. There is a closing tag as well. In the closing tag, there is no actual difference, but okay, there is this kind of backslash which comes over here. Rest the closing tag is all same. And now here are some of these examples, but there are many of these tags, and HTML totally works on based on these tags. If I want to change something collectively for, or let's say all of the paragraph tagged elements, then I could just write that down simply by selecting all of them together. We use the length property of the array to loop through all of the selected elements given in the above example. Now, each element in the DOM has a set of properties, and their methods provide information about their relationships in DOM. So we have the child node returns an array of an element. The first elements dot first child return the first child node. Last child returns the last child node, and has child node return true if all of its elements have child nodes. We have next sibling, previous sibling, and parent node as well. So here is one of the example for the child nodes. So that's how the others work as well. Now let's see the third lesson in DOM, that is changing elements. Then we have adding and removing elements as well. So once you've selected the elements you want to work with, you can change their attributes as you want. As we have seen in the previous lessons, we can change the text content of an element using the inner HTML property. Similarly, we can change other of its attributes using the source attribute. Now, here in the image, we can use it we can change it using the source. So in HTML, as you know, we have the animations and everything like that. So images have some sort of link or something with the PC, then we can just write that down, the source of that thing, and the code will just connect to that thing. So that's how it works. Now, if I want to change my image, I'll just directly change the source itself. Now, the style of an HTML elements can also be changed using the style object of an HTML. So here we have the style width. I can just change the width, the colors, or something like that using this thing. The code above changes the text color and the width of the div element. Please make a comment down below if you want the next tutorial should be for HTML. I'm also going to add some of the animations in them, so make sure that you watch it. And please comment down below if you want the HTML tutorial on my channel. Now to create elements. I use following methods to create element, that is clone node, create element, and create text node. Now from the first one, we have the clone word. The clone just means it makes the copy of the element and returns it as a new one. Create makes a new element, and text node makes a text node for you. You can just append this thing. This thing just gets added to the HTML DOM. Now you have some of the following ways over here. That is append child, which adds a new child to an element. Then we have insert before node 1, node 2. So it inserts node 1 as a child before node 2. So that's if you want to have an order between all of your nodes. You must select the parent of the element and use a remove child node method if you want to remove something. Now parent dot remove child and the element name which you want to remove. So that's how removing works over here. And you can replace one node using another, and that is also very simple. You just have to write the name of the new node which you have, that is P over here, and then you have to write the name of the previous node which you want to change. So that's how this thing works. And yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. If you like the video, just like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and press the notification bell. That was it for DOM. In the next video, we're gonna have events, and make sure to comment down below if you want me to make a HTML tutorial. Thank you. Bye bye.